great contrast.
Always got music going.
Always on.
No matter where you are or what you need, we've got it for you. ICRT.
It's always there, so I listen to it all the time.
FM 100.
ICRT FM 100 Jamiroquai with Little L. L for love, which is perfect because this segment, as you know, is Romance 101. We have our romancier, the lovely Olivia Ong, joining us in the studio.
Yes, I love role-playing.
Don't you just? Kelpie. And also, if you want to get a glimpse of the beautiful Olivia Ong, feel free to check out our website, www.icrt.com.dw. If you click on the webcam, you will see her live in our FM studio. Now, as we said before, L stands for love, but L can also stand for love letter. And that is the lesson for today. How to write the perfect love letter. What are some important points we ought to consider, Olivia?
Well, one, presentation is really important.
Yes, I'm all about presentation. It comes down to stationery and the fact that it really ought to be handwritten. There is nothing like an old school handwritten note, is there?
Absolutely.
And do you look at someone's handwriting? Are you one of those people?
I don't really pay attention to someone's handwriting.
Yeah.
But I think, you know, of course, when you start reading, you like realize, oh, that's kind of messy, or like, whoa, it looks like what kind of doctor scribble or something.
What? I can't read that. What is that?
Yeah, well, what is this? It's so cursive. It's too cursive.
Yeah. Or maybe there are some stains on there from coffee while they've been writing, or something else.
Oil stains, maybe.
Or maybe tears.
You know, when you write 便当, right? You know. 鸡肉便当, 然后一边写边吃.
对. We've all had that before, writing love letters while eating 便当. As well as that, you also have to make sure that when you give it to the person, that it's in the right mood, that you've set the scene.
Mood is so important.
Isn't it?
You can do so much.
Yes, and the thing is, if you catch them in the wrong space in the wrong time, it could go really bad.
Yeah, you got to find the right time, for sure.
Yeah. All right, and as well as that, what's another thing we ought to remember?
Oh, writing down the date.
Date's important.
Yeah, the month, the day, the year.
Just so when you look back,
yeah,
you know, it might be 3 years down the track, it might be 5 years down the track, it might be 10 years down the track. When you look back at these things, you think about it. You think about the cards and the little love notes and the love letters that you've received throughout time, maybe at school, maybe at university.
It just makes it more special.
Yeah.
When you think back.
When you think back, it's all about the memories, isn't it? Mm-hmm. All right, and when you actually get to writing this letter of yours, greeting is important. How should you start?
Well, you could say, my dearest so-and-so, or my darling so-and-so.
Oh, so not just the standard to
my love so-and-so.
To Olivia. No, not going to work. It has to be a bit more than just to.
Well, affections. Whatever affections you have for the other person.
Yes.
Naturally, you're going to write it down. Like, to honey, whatever.
Schnookum, love, lamb, honeybee.
Honey bun.
Love. Okay, here we go. Also, there's also, as any letter goes, you need a beginning, you need a body, you need a closing. Okay, so within this letter, the things you ought to mention, what do you think are some of the things one should mention in a love letter?
Well, you know, you create a mood, you know, like maybe as I lay in bed, I think about whatever, blah, 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 blah.
Wow.
And I look out the window and I see a shooting star.
And it reminded me of you and the time that we went on our first date, something like that.
I just feel so inspired.
And you know, if you really want to touch someone's heart, it's always a good idea to throw in some compliments.
Absolutely.
I love the way you look great when you... Do you know what I mean? Like those
just,
kind of things.
you know, copy from a lyric.
You want people to copy? Ah! Okay, so some great ideas, and yes, in fact, I love quoting or referencing lyrics or famous quotes. I think those are really worthwhile to throw in there as well, and it shows that you are smart.
Yeah.
Even if you have copied, I don't care. It looks smart.
Or you can dedicate a song.
Yes. And finally, there is also neatness that we need to address. There is nothing worse than a crooked stamp or a spelling mistake. Oh, don't spell this person's name wrong. That could just be the worst. That could be an epic fail, couldn't it?
I agree. I do.
Okay, but if love letters aren't exactly your thing and you'd rather settle for something a little bit shorter, less trouble, maybe love notes?
Love notes, that'll do.
Love notes will also do. We'll talk about some of those when we come back. But first, throw us to this next song, Olivia.
Well, this next song is Adele's Rolling in the Deep right here on ICRT FM 100.
Beautiful.